Hello, and welcome to this episode of Frankie's Cultural Observations. Today, we're going to be analysing the monarchy. The idea of monarchy appears to be rooted in elitism, systemic inequality, and people who look like they dressed themselves in the Dark Ages. But really, it's so much more than that. They're also bloodthirsty benefit queens that thirst-trap the British public into willful subjugation just because they're wizards that wear fancy capes. The royal family are the epitome of the sovereign, emotionless, disconnected pillar that stopped the social class structure from crumbling at its base. It's important to have a royal family in England because you need to be constantly reminded of how insignificant you are compared to people who have their faces on money.
Totally agree.
The royal family are famous influencers because God gave them the divine right to live in castles. So the royal family are basically the Kardashians without a sex tape. The royal family own billions of pounds worth of property around the world. Some people argue this is overly decadent and unnecessary when rising numbers of the British public are using food banks. But remember, it's not their fault you're broke. God made them better than you. And God is the reason that you're still a loser. So if you find yourself struggling along the poverty line, just pray a bit harder, and then maybe someday you'll be the next queen, or a girl boss at least, like Sharon Osbourne. Here behind me, you'll find hordes of British lemmings, all flying directly into Her Majesty's tubes. You can actually get them to do anything. Here, look at this. Hey, 3 cheers to the king! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! The royal family didn't stop their conquest at acquiring real estate. They also own animals. Technically all swans in the UK belong to the royal family, but unfortunately swans are no use to them because swan's blood doesn't taste as nice as goat's blood, which they drink every Wednesday when meeting the Prime Minister, along with several other influential members of the Illuminati. The British humans feel a sense of connection towards the royal family, but in a weird, disconnected sort of way, like the connection they feel towards their actual family. Whatever side of the political spectrum you fall under, they've always been there, and you can't imagine life without them, like the asbestos that's grown in the ceiling of your flat. What do you think of the monarchy?
I quite like them, actually.
The monarchy is trickled down into the mind of the British individual. Even the most anti-imperial thinker suffers with the internal struggle between tradition and modernity. This dance is the reason for your chronic lack of self-esteem, your sense of shame for existing, your love of the fairness of the queuing system, and your burning desire to apologise for being alive. Let's make nepotism incestuous again.